Hi guys, hope everyone is doing well today. Today is Ron Geesin's what I got from Ron Geesin part 2, and today I'm going to be featuring John Palmer and Sons spanners, wrenches. I think quite possibly Ron's finest collection was Palmer wrenches. He got some wonderful examples and some great sets. And I'm going to try and go through them. So the first thing I'm going to start on is these wonderful, very, very early coach wrenches, single bar. Now, what's fascinating about these, I don't know if you can see, but the facets is multifaceted. I think they're 12 faceted, 12 sides or something. And the normal one is like 8 sides. So it's an unusual design. It's very early. And this design here was 1850. So there's an 8 and a quarter, 9 and a quarter, and 10 and a half inch, or 8 and a half, 9 and a quarter, 10 and a half inch. They're the sizes known. I did have the middle size already in my collection, but these are 2 new sizes, and I don't know how complete this set is. I'm not sure how many more sizes they actually made, but quite amazing to have 3 sizes of this, especially considering how early it is. Then we've got the predecessor to the this design here, which is the more common design, the screw and railway wrench. And this is the very first Palmer and Son design from 1857. And far as I'm aware, this is the only one in existence. You can see here, Palmer and Sons, and it's a fascinating design. And it's a little bit more ornate than the winning design. And you can see the facets on the handle is many, and that is indicative of how early this wrench is. Very, very early design, and a wonderful wrench. Really, really nice. This is a 10 3/8 inch spanner. So these 4 here represent a significant part of the Palmer and Son history of the wrenches. Then we have another extremely rare one. This one's patented 1861, and this is also the only known example of the offset jaw Palmer and Son. The traditional Palmer and Son is this parallel jawed version, but to have the offset jaw version, this is the only one known. And it's in lovely condition as well. It's a fine example. There is surface rust on these as well, because obviously this is the middle of winter and I've only just picked up the collection in the last week or 2, and I will need to go through and clean all these wrenches and preserve them when I get time. But I'm showing you them with just a slight wax, when really they do need to be cleaned thoroughly. We've got this other very unusual double bar coach wrench, but this is a best double bar coach wrench with the unusual design and the tapered head, which is absolutely fantastic. And then I've never seen this before. We've got a Palmer's and Son Clyburn type spanner, which is quite an early looking design. I've never seen a Palmer's and Son Clyburn before. And then the more regular Palmer and Son screw coach wrench is this one here. We have, I think, if I look in the drawer, that's not the right drawer. We have 7 sizes. I had 3 of the smaller sizes before this, and I did actually have this one here, which is an NOS from Palmer wrench, very, very early. Still got the original bluing and the original oil on it. Absolutely magnificent example from 1861. And I propose that someone's bashed it, surprisingly, considering the condition. I don't think it's been used as a wrench based on how the jaws look, but this could be the very best Palmer wrench in existence condition wise. I've certainly never seen another one, but this was my collection with 2 other sizes. So now we have 7 sizes in total, which is amazing. So I'm super pleased to have 7 sizes. We did have a couple of other unusual coach wrenches. You can tell Palmer because they sort of have that sort of notch. If you can see it, this little notch design on the top of the head. But there's a couple of Palmer wrenches. This is a nice Palmer as well. So I'm going to show you the rest of the Palmer stuff now. let's get these items put away and I'll show you the rest of the Parma designs. Right, so we have the other Parma wrenches. Now these are in a very rusted condition, but I do believe it's just mostly surface rust, and they can be cleaned back to a good condition again once I get in the mood to do so. You can see they've got that early notch design on the head, and there's the various different markings. There's this Parma wrench with the sort of square lines around it. We've got a couple of those really nicely marked, and then we've got this rounded Parma wrench, which is the same as the one on the Clyburn type. And then we have this one here, which is another stamped or impressed Parma and Son mark. So we've got a few designs here. Pretty nice collection of wrenches. This one's marked on the head, Parma and Sons. So they're all marked slightly different, different designs, but either way, really, really nice. I mean, that one's a bit bumbled up. You can just make out Parma Sons. So very different stamping. I did have one size previous to this. I had two sizes, but I decided to keep that one for my example. I think that was my example, actually. These two were my example. You can tell because they're a lot cleaner. And I had this size, but I think the stamping was better on the one which was kept, I think. So I think it's this size. That one was the round stamping rather than the straight. I thought this one was nicer condition. So I had 3 sizes, and now I've got 7 sizes again. So it's the exact same as the screw wrench. So I'm quite pleased about that. So yeah, I'm going to put these away. I'll show you the full collection, mine, Roger's and Ron's combined. And then that'll be the end of this video. Thank you. So here we are in the Parma drawer, and we've got 26 designs. Some of them, like this one here, was from Australia, which I had myself, and others are completely new examples. I didn't have a very large Parma and Son collection before this, but to have so many new examples and to fill a whole drawer just with Parma is quite wonderful. Very early British manufacturer from the 1850s. And they made a lot of this design. You see them quite regularly, mostly in the small sizes, so it's nice to get some of the longer ones. So when this drawer has been cleaned up, I think it will be a great addition. Put in the comments which your wrench is your favourite. My wrench favourite is this one here. I think it's a magnificent design. All right, thanks for watching. If you got this far, hopefully you enjoyed it. Take care, bye.